Yo, what's up, what's up? It's the one and only HipHopGamer, Hot 97, live at Tech G. It's going down, baby. You already know what it is, man. And today is San Diego Comic-Con, you know what I'm saying? So we're about to have a ball. Everybody that's on here, you already know what it is. But also, this is being broadcasted on twitch.tv/Comic-Con, but it's like comic_con, you know what I mean? So y'all can check me out on there as well. And yo, it's about to be crazy. So this is one of my favorite games, SHAOLIN versus WU-TANG. On today's episode, I'm gonna have an interview that I did with my boy RZA. So y'all can check that out on Hot 97. And I got the lovely, my queen, the one and only. It's time to level up, keep game tight. Red Infamy in the building. We gonna talk all things storm, all that. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, let's go, baby. Make it happen right now. And I'm picking Bruce Lee first.
Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do.
So let me know if everything looks good and sounds good. Let me know if everything look good and sound good. Roberto! Yo, Spear in the building. Yo, Spear, I'm gonna have RZA on later, bro. You gotta stick around, son.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's go. Yo, what's up, Red? Got him. Crazy. Got him. What I'm talking about, baby. Yo, Ricky, what up, Ricky? What's poppin'? What's up, y'all? We're trying to win this match right now. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. We're trying to be disrespectful. Oh, hold up. Oh, he got me. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go. Let's go.
Round 2. Fight.
No fall. Yo. You gotta be real careful. This. Hey. No fall. Hold up. Yo, this game is fire. I haven't played it in a minute, so like. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Player 2. Win. Continue.
Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alright, we gotta run that back. We gotta run that back because they being disrespectful right now. They being disrespectful, son.
Round 1.
Let me know if everything look good and sound good. Nice. Hold up. Oh, I ain't see that coming. Come on, I gotta remind you. Yo, what's up, y'all? So, first off, it's the one and only HipHopGamer. I'm trying to get this victory. I'm gonna break it down in terms of everything that's going on right now on Comic-Con. So I'm live on the Comic-Con stream right now. What's up to everybody in the chat? Let me get this window. Oh, come on, B. Yo. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Round 2.
Go.
Fight.
Alright, the game for a second. So look, man, it's the one and only HipHopGamer, Hot 97, Logitech G. You know what I'm talking about? Comic-Con San Diego, much love. So look, this is what we doing today, alright? We got WU-TANG, well, SHAOLIN versus WU-TANG. You know what I'm saying? And also from WU-TANG, we got RZA. I got a dope interview I did with RZA, so I'm gonna show y'all that in a little while. You know what I'm saying? Also, we're gonna be talking about all things Storm. But Storm gotta give her respect. You know what I'm saying? Marvel, stand up. And I got the legendary, the one and only, my queen, geek game tight. It's time to level up. The ultimate gamer, Red Infamy coming through. So we're gonna break everything down. One love and God bless. Let me know what y'all think of the game. Let me know if y'all can hear me clear. And let's get it on, yo. Much love. Okay. Let me know if my mic audio is better. Like, let me know what's good. Hold up. Yeah, let me know if that's better. Hey. Oh, come on. Yo, this dude is tough, man. Shout the Paper the Gamer. Shout the Hammer. My notification off? Oh, okay, hold up. Alright, we're gonna continue that. Alright, if I lose this one, I'm gonna change my character, man, because Bruce Lee's my favorite character, so we're gonna see what's up.
Round 1. Fight. First.
Let's go. Oh, come on, Pete. Let's go. Yo, I ain't. We out here, baby. We out here, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Let's go, let's go. So how's everybody doing out there? What's the Comic-Con experience like? You know what I'm saying? Comic-Con at home. And what y'all think of the game as well? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, come on, man. I gotta remember how to grab. Crazy.
Perfect.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Did it, y'all. Did it.
Win.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So once again, let me know if everything looks good and sounds good, because I told my mic didn't sound as great. So I just want to make sure my volume was right and good. Bobby right in the building. I see you, Jamal. What up, baby? Gregory McBride, I see you.
Round 1. Fight.
SHAOLIN 痛杀。SHAOLIN 脱
Hit him with that. Nunchucks, baby. Oh, son, this game is fire. Have any of y'all played this game before?
SHAOLIN腿
Yo! That was crazy! Yo, WU-TANG, baby, what's going on? Yo, this is SHAOLIN versus WU-TANG, yo.
Round
This story is
2.
ridiculous.
Fight.
SHAOLIN 痛杀，SHAOLIN 腿
Yo, I love the kung fu music, yo. Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding
，SHAOLIN
me,
痛
man.
杀，
Come on.
无萨巴用力， 无萨巴用力，
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We out here, baby. You already know what it is, man. It's the one and only HipHopGamer Hot 97. So we're gonna be playing the game for a little while and stuff, and then after we play the game, I'm gonna bring in my boy RZA so y'all can check out that particular interview, and I hope y'all enjoy that.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh shoot. Yo, she different, man. Let's go. Oh shoot, she blocked all of that. Let's go.
Perfect score. Perfect score.
Yo, she trying to get at me for real. She trying to be real disrespectful. Let's go. Let's go.
Perfect
Let's go.
score.
Yo, this game is crazy, y'all. This game is crazy. I'm telling y'all, man, I love it.
Round 2. Fight.
Hold up. Ooh. Look that combo, man. Yo, that's a tough move right there. How you get like sidestep like that in this game? That's fire. Ooh. Yo, the timing in this game is crazy. Let's go. Let's go. Got it. Yo, that's my special right there, son. Look at that, son. Crazy. Let's go. Alright, she about to be done. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We out here, son.
Player 1. Win.
Much love, much love. Yo, Celeb, I see you, man. What's going on? Willie, what's up? I see you in the building. Is it coming out? It's been out. I'm playing on PC right now, but I'm using a PlayStation controller. I'm on it. Word up.
Round 1.
Yo, shout out to Chris and Coins in the building. Alright, so this is Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris, yo. I mean, not Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Perfect score.
This is back in the Bloodsport days, yo. John Claude can't mess with me, son. Oh, fire. Fire up too fast, B. I gotta remember how to throw, though. Oh, yeah, I think this is beautiful. Oh, yo, that combo is crazy. Oh. Yo, son. Yo, this is my favorite, like one of my favorite fighting games, man. Red Infamy actually put me onto this game. They actually got a part 2 out right now, too, yo. Yo, Chris, facts, right? The soundtrack is crazy, right, son? Serious, man. Comic-Con all day, baby. San Diego, much love, man. Ooh. Oh, son. That's hey, yo, Chris, let me know if you good, if everything looks good and sounds good. On y'all end, man. I want to make sure my audio is right. Oh, shoot, that was disrespectful. Let's go. Yo, I got him, son. Check this out. Let's go. It's over. It's over. Bruce Lee wins. What I'm talking about, man.
Player 1.
So I hope everybody is enjoying themselves, man. In about another 15 minutes, I'm gonna show y'all the interview that I did with RZA recently, talking about his brand new movie Cutthroat City. And he's talking about anime, comics, everything, man. Y'all gonna find out about all the stuff that's going on with WU-TANG, yo. So stay tuned for that. And after that, we got Red Infamy talking about Sean, what's happening in the world of Marvel. So it's gonna be crazy. So sit back, enjoy the show. Please share. Let everybody know what we doing right now. Oh man, he's being real disrespectful.
Full play.
Come on, B.
Full play.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, you said the game sound effects is way louder than the mic? Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
So what I'm gonna do is oh, wait, can I do it? Yeah. So I'm gonna turn the sound effects down too. And let me know if that's good. Yo, Chris, let me know if this is good now. I'll turn the sound effects down. So y'all let me know if this is better. Ooh, let's go.
Perfect 4.
Let's go. Let's go. Yo, one thing I love about this game too is the different blocking animations. It's like a real kung fu fight where you see the movements and everything like that. Got him. Oh, I thought I had my super. Yeah, I got my super. Let's go. Done deal. Much better, no doubt, Chris. I appreciate you. Amiri, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, cool. Thank y'all. See, this is why I love the community, man. You know what I mean? We gotta help each other out. Oh, we going against that dude with the Muay Thai, man. Yo, this dude right here is crazy, man. Check his style out. I would love to see him go against Sagat. Word up.
Round 1. Fight.
Yo, like his punches, everything is crazy. Look at that. Strong, man. Hold up. Let's go. Back that up, back that up, back that up. Hold up. Oh, come on. Dang. See, he's like really tough, man. Oh, let's go. See, I had to bait him with that. Yo, J Money in the building. What's up? Yo, Walter, what's going on, son? Yo, this game is on PC right now, man. It's crazy. What y'all think of the game, man? I'm interested in y'all feedback, yo. You know what I'm saying? WU-TANG Clan ain't nothing. Wait, you already know how that go. Come on, man. Yo, facts. Yo, shout out to Ty. Ty didn't see in the building, said this game is fire. Yo, man. This joint is incredible, yo. Yo, Gabi, what's up, Gabi? I see you. You know what it is. Let's go, yo. This fight is gonna be fire, too.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's go. Come on, B. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, I love the music, bro. The music is fire. This is a fight. Let's go, baby. We out of here. So this is what I'm talking about, man. Comic-Con 2020, baby. San Diego is going down. Oh, man. Bruce Lee, WU-TANG, Geek Game Tight. We out here, son. Oh, come on, B. Yo, what's up, Darren? What's poppin', man? One love, dog. I see you. Ooh, yo, that combo was crazy. Oh, man. Let's go. See, one thing about this game, you gotta be real patient and like. You have to like bait them, like, cause the moment they leave themselves open, yo, you got it. Woo, let's go. Like in this game, you can't be too aggressive. Too aggressive because it's kind of like how Samurai Showdown is. If you're too aggressive, one strike can take away half your power. So this game is you gotta have that that Floyd Mayweather mindset when you're playing it to bait them in because it can get real tough.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's go. Wow, see people rolling. That was Tracy. Let's go. Come on, B. Yo, see, he's doing that capoeira, man. Let's go. Yo, that combo is sick. Let's go, baby. We out here, son. Let's go. John Lynn in the building. What's up, John? Yo, Bruce is crazy, right? No doubt. Shout out to Kenneth Butler in the building. Oh, shoot. Word up. Yo, what's one of y'all favorite, like type it in the chat. What's one of y'all favorite Comic-Con moments? You know what I'm saying? Like for those that's been to Comic-Con, you know what I mean? What's one of your favorite moments? Type it in the chat. And also put your city in the chat so I can shout you out and show you love. See, I had to apply pressure on him. Wow, okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Player 1.
Bet. So now look, right now it's 4:20. Like funny, right? That's 4:20. But look, what I'm about to do right now is that time. It's that time right now. You know what I'm saying? So for those of y'all that's been waiting to see like the epic RZA interview that I did on Hot 97, Logitech G, it's about to happen right now. You know what I'm saying? So get ready, man. We about to come with the RZA interview right now. Let's go. So 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up? It's the one and only HipHopGamer, Hot 97, Logitech G. Shout out to my boy T-Pain with the Nappy Boy Gaming. We got the one and only legendary, you already know what it is, Brooklyn Zoo. SHAOLIN in the building. WU-TANG Clan ain't nothing to with. You already know what it is. Bobby Digital, the one and only RZA.
Yeah. Live in the building.
Yo.
What's up, yo? What up, yo?
Yo, that's how you bring it in. So
that's an intro, fam.
Yo, I'm first thing out the gate, man. Cutthroat City. Let's get right into it. So check it out, right? Here's what I want to Here's what I want to understand better about the movie. It seems like the movie had a lot of pain in it. It felt real personal. You know what I'm saying? And also there was a lot of greed. There was like a big theme in the narrative around greed and stuff like that. Like, what was this movie like for you personally making this movie? How did you feel creating it and everything like that? Because it seemed like there's a lot of pain and a lot of things you want to get off your chest through this movie.
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't ever take on a project that I can't find myself in, right? So when I read a script, I make sure that there's something in it that I could personalize. And if it's not in there, then I got to go to the producers and pitch the idea of putting it inside there. You know what I mean? So of course I didn't grow up in New Orleans and I didn't live through Hurricane Katrina on the ground, right? But the effects of Hurricane Katrina on that community is very similar to the effects of crack in my community. It's very similar to the effect of racism in Staten Island when we were trying to get our feet on the ground, right? So since the idea of those four characters all having aspirations, and then those aspirations turning into desperations, that I understood. And so I decided to, pitch that part of the story to the producers, and they was like, yo, that's a great way to tell this movie. And so, look, when you start feeling the idea of pain, yeah, the pain is our community. You know what I mean? The pain is that, FEMA let us down at the time where we needed them, right? And not just where we needed them. A lot of people don't understand this part of it, and I do, as a man who started with no nickel. Right?
Yeah, right, facts.
I understand that, as a man who now is, a taxpaying citizen, and I pay a lot in taxes, bro. They hit me over the head. You know what I mean? That everything we spend, whether we're paying taxes on our clothes, food, our shelter, or from your salary, all that goes to the government, yo. And therefore, that's your money that you are investing into the security of yourself. And that security means your military security, your paved roads, your lights, whatever. You paying for this. Nobody's doing this for a favor for us, you know what I mean? And then when you need that assistance, that federal enforcement management agency is coming to manage the situation and give you that assistance, and they deny you it, it's a big problem. And that same thing that we've seen happen in 2005 at Hurricane Katrina, which we are now at the 15th year anniversary is coming up this August, we see that in its own different form in this pandemic. You know what I mean? We see that our communities, Black communities and poor communities, because when you say poor, it's definitely our community, but then you got the Latin brothers who have poverty in their community. You know what I mean? A lot of our white brothers, you know what I mean? Big population living in trailer homes and water coming from wherever source they're getting that water from. You know what I mean? Poor communities. And when you see that those communities become the one that has to suffer or be disenfranchised or not get the benefits of what is theirs, right? Because none of this money belongs to no politician, bro. It don't belong to them. We even pay their salaries.
Absolutely.
So if your politician got a good dental care, it's thanks to you. So anyway, but greed becomes the factor that stops everybody from giving out the proportion that belongs to the next man. And that's why in the film we check in on that energy. We see that our characters and our gangsters, they're like, Shamik Moore plays a character named Blink, who is a college student. I mean, a college graduate. He got his associate degree. He thought he'd be able to come out, get a good job, but no, he's black. It stops him. And I'm not just saying that to make it a racist thing, but that's the problem he has to face. But then there's another character, a young white man played by Keenan Johnson, whose name is Junior, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to breed dogs and have his own kennel. But nah, you ain't gonna do that in the poor community. They're not gonna look at, it's not gonna work for you in the poor community. Maybe if you was, in the suburbs, you'll be able to pull that off. And so even for the poor white man in the community, he's stuck in the same condition as the poor black man. He may get some benefits later, but I took the story from the screenplay and I looked at my own neighborhood, and we always had a guy, like in my neighborhood, I come from a SHAOLIN in Stapleton. We have my boy, I don't mind saying his name out loud, white boy John, you know what I mean? But he used to hang with us, yo. He could throw hands, everything, yo. You know what I mean? He could do what he do. He's one of us. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you know what I mean? If crime is crime, then he's in crime as well. You know what I mean? If we try to make beats or hip hop, then he's gonna probably go into that chamber, right? So point being made that the movie was to kind of is shining a light on that in the mix of Hurricane Katrina aftermath.
Yo, listen, the way you just broke that down, like you sound like someone that's ready to go into the world of politics and really change things, man. Like, I'm just saying, because like your energy. See, one thing I love about y'all, y'all always had great energy, y'all always had great unison, and y'all always had great intellect. Always out the gate, y'all always had that knowledge. You understand? So just to see how far you come and just looking at certain things within the Cutthroat City movie, man, it's just, look, it's not surprising to me, but it's always an honor to watch. And I appreciate you for it, man. And I love you for it, man. So the next question I got for you is this, right? So also, again, watching the movie, something that stuck out to me was the fact that, like, this man he has a wife, he has a child, and stuff like that. And even though you have that and how beautiful, his wife and child was, it always felt like it wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? You ever get to a point where you have so much and you can have all the things that you actually want or ask for, and it still ain't enough. You just still gotta, always got the hunger for more. What is your thoughts on that type of mentality? Like, it's like you're so much. Sometimes people feel like they're so much of a loser that they don't realize when they've won. And I noticed that in the movie too.
Yeah, it's double-edged on a question like that and on an answer like that, right? Because he does have a beautiful wife, beautiful child, and he was optimistic. But after that hurricane, she's holding up bills, yo. They months behind.
True.
So there's a chance that you're about to be beautiful wife and child in the streets. You know what I mean? And then secondly, I think one thing that I strive to do as a filmmaker, right, is reveal situations to people, right, that they could relate to and understand. And through each character, I try to show that. So through Blink's character, it's more like you may have knowledge, wisdom, understanding, right? You may have food, clothing, shelter, right? But do you got freedom, justice, and equality? You know what I mean?
So you just got you. So you just hit it on the head with that. You just hit it on the head.
You know what I mean? So the point is, some of the freedoms that you have, like some of us, we all have freedom, but do some of our people in our community have economical freedom? No. Do some people have even spiritual freedom, right? You got some countries, like one of the richest countries in the world is Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
They sitting on trillions of barrels right? And yet they saying that women is feeling like, you know what I mean, they're not feeling spiritually free to express themselves. And I'm not talking about my Saudi Arabian brothers because, you know, I study Islam. But the point being made is that you may have economical freedom and don't have spiritual freedom. You may have economical and spiritual freedom and don't have political freedom. So now you take it over to a communist country where, oh, they got all the temples, they got all the money, but it's you can't say nothing. No freedom of press, none of that. So I think when you look at a man in our character Blink, he appreciates his beautiful wife and his son, as you'll see in the movie, but he feels like, yo, it's a lot of things happening. They're rebuilding New Orleans, but what about the lower ninth? What about us? We're the last ones to receive, and we are in the worst condition. So then what your wife and your son, which are important, you lose that focus because you're now thinking about, yo, survival. You know, I made it my business in the film, and I would love for the audience to watch this film and to enjoy it.
July 31st. I gotta say that again. July 31st. Please check it out and really see what he's talking about. Cause yo, honestly, like Riz, like the way you breaking things down is gonna make people want to see it. But when you see it, there's gonna be some things that hit you. Like that's gonna make you be like, like, you know, I got that. And I like July 31st, man. July 31st. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
What I want to point out is that you'll notice that before our character made the decision to go do something of a bad opportunity, basically because he had no opportunities, before he makes that decision, I made sure he went and sat down and prayed by his son. And that wasn't in the original script. You know what I mean? But I was like, listen, we're gonna do it for real, for how a man like I would have do it. Like if I gotta do something that's crazy, yo, I'm gonna do it because I gotta do what I gotta do.
Right.
But at least let me go put that prayer on my child and prayer and hope I'll be forgiven for what I gotta do, because I gotta do what I gotta do. And I wanted people to understand that a lot of young men, especially a lot of young black men, you know, we become victims of circumstance. I had a good brother who who grew up with me, you know, maybe at the age of, you know, from 14 to 18, we was MCs and hanging around each other. And then we went our separate ways, and he ended up getting into crime, you know what I mean? And he ended up doing 15 years in jail, you know what I mean? And when he came out, we had a chance to build about, you know, our different directions. And he was like, yo, at the end of the day, he was a nerd. You know what I mean? He could have been a computer geek or MC or artist or comic book writer or whatever. But the system and the circumstances he was in forced him to turn to be a thug. He wasn't no joke as a thug now. Trust me, he was no joke. You know what I mean? But that was more like the environment made him be that way. He was able, you would have left him in a place where he had food, clothing, and shelter, you know what I mean? And not on all the 12 jewels of life, which is knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and happiness. He would have been one of those guys that could have created an app that would have been something great for all of us to improve life, instead of being somebody who caused trouble in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. Like originally, like I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. And when I look back on the environment that I was in comparison to the environment that I'm in now, and just the major differences, I see where I was going and I see where the change happened. So you're absolutely right on that. So now I got something for you, and I got a few fan questions for you too, bro. So the first thing I want to ask you is this, especially dealing with the situation that we're dealing with right now, with, you know, the pandemic and stuff like that, bro. Like, I think it'd be genius if you did like a samurai anime, like called like WU-TANG Forever anime. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that, where we go like watch. Cause in the beginning, in the beginning of the movie, I don't want to spoil nothing. I want y'all to see it for yourselves. But in the beginning of the movie, you know what I'm talking about, Riz. The way you showed it off, I was like, yo, me and my girl was like, yo, wait, hold on, like this, you know what I'm saying? So we demand it, bro. Like that, we demand you to create like an anime style. Yo, bro, that'd be crazy. And even in the form of anime, even with these games, man, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X is coming out this year. Like, we would love to see your talent go over there. You know, we already got the WU-TANG style game back in the day. We need more, bro.
Your HipHopGamer, you know what's crazy? Method Man is actually in the process of developing an animation. And the thing about Method Man, yo, seriously,
Oh my
out of all of us, you know, I'm a comic geek, but Method Man is like if we was compare Method Man to like say he's a lyricist and I'm a lyricist, right? And comics are how you measuring the lyrics. I'll probably be let me see, maybe I'll be Ed OG and Method Man is Rakim when it comes to comics. You know what I mean?
what?
Yeah, I had about maybe 500 comics in my stash. He had like 5,000. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
Method Man is on it. Like, I mean, I knew he was
Method
crazy.
Man
Like,
is comic crazy. And so
wow.
he's developing some animation right now, and I'm helping him as much as I can with my knowledge. But he's the master of that comic world, yo.
That's crazy, man. Yo, we gotta talk more because there's a lot of things that I'm doing too. So off
Okay,
camera, we gotta talk more, bro, because there's so many
okay.
things happening, man. So I got so now I have a fan question. One of the fans they was talking about they still play the PlayStation 1 Wu-Tang Shaolin style game. Like all the way back,
Mm,
PlayStation 1, they still play that and they still have a joy for that. You know what I'm saying? And then
mm.
you remember you had the Def Jam fight for New York, like you had those games back in the day, but we haven't had games in decades that really spoke to the culture. And you guys always, y'all fingers always on the pulse of the culture, like period. So what the question there, like from the fan was, will they get or will y'all do something in the gaming space, whether it's another Wu Tang like Shaolin style type of game, or would you just invest in the gaming industry period to lend your knowledge to help produce other games or something like that? But would you do anything in the gaming industry?
Well, I love the gaming industry. You know, I mean, you know, I'm an OG, so I go back to Atari. You know, what I mean?
Oh, facts, facts, facts.
And I'm glad to see how far it's come. You know, I mean, I watch my son. Uh, you know, what's the new game that just came out? Ghost
Ghost of Tsushima. Yo, I was going,
yeah,
yeah. So that I was
hey
gonna
yo,
follow up with that because I just got the two
hey
minute
yo,
warning from the people from Allied.
hey
Word
yo,
up.
man, I can't wait to play that. My son, I hope he gets to. I mean, it's available yesterday,
Yeah,
right? It
yeah,
came
yeah. It
out.
came out. Yeah, yeah. It came out
Yeah,
today.
so
It's
I think
official. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna have it up there tonight by the time I finish my work and I'm gonna play that. But I would love to be in the gaming world. We haven't figured out exactly how to re-enter yet, you know what I mean? But
That's what I'm
we
here
all
for.
we're
We
still
gonna talk.
well, all right, we're gonna talk.
Definitely. So for the last question, because I know I gotta wrap it up, man. So like, and this is more of a personal question. So and it's a two-parter. Sorry, I just gotta, this
All
is
good.
you. So I gotta like, close it out right. So everybody is like, yo, when is season two coming? You know what I'm saying? The American Saga. Everybody wants to know about that, like season two. When is that coming? If you could tell us. And the second part of the question is when you look back on all that you've accomplished, in your life and the people that you inspired and stuff like that, what's a period in your life where you felt like you was at your lowest, but you managed to find strength in that moment that allowed you to be great the way you are today?
Well, first of all, thanks for that question. American Saga, we just got up to episode 8 of season 2, as far as in script form. You know, right now COVID got everything bugged out, but the good news I could announce today is that UGuard has signed on.
Yo, let's
Yeah, yep.
go.
So it's going to be fun for his character to come into the play, and he has a great arc. So that's good. And then, as far as that question about what my lowest point, I'll just say there's been a few low points, right? But I'm gonna just say like the lowest point that happened after I became so-called famous,
Oh
right?
wow.
It was around a year. Uh, it was really 2000. You know, lost my old earth. You know what I mean? And also the Wu decided to kind of go our separate ways. You know what I mean? In the sense of my company, Wu-Tang Production, was worth millions and millions of dollars, and I basically gave everybody back their contracts and kind of dissolved it. I probably would have been a billionaire if I didn't do that.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, the reason why I say it was the lowest point is because it was a point where nobody believed in my vision anymore, and I was feeling like it was time for me to expand my music horizons. And so I ended up leaving New York City and went to California, and basically I wanted to enter the film business. And everybody told me like it's stupid. How could you? You're doing so well. You're a millionaire. You're like, why would you risk everything to do this? And it's just my passion was like my creative passion was heavy on me more than my economic passion. And eventually I ended up getting a chance to score Kill Bill, which so I basically went on 2001. I went to China with Tarantino and start studying how to make movies with him. And then eventually he hired me to be the composer of Kill Bill. And that humble beginning, right, led up to by the time we got to 10 years later, which was 2002 to 2012, I'm behind the camera doing my own movie, The Man with the Iron Fist.
Man with the
And
Iron Fist.
so my advice and the wisdom to that is just like, yo, everything like every seed has to be nurtured before it grows, right? And sometimes the hardest time before anything happens in your life is similar to a woman giving birth. The most pain is in labor. But after that labor is over, there's a whole new life that could change the world. And I think in my lowest, I was going through that labor, but I made it through, and bong bong, here I am.
Yo, that's the best way to end the interview. Cutthroat City, July 31st is going down. It's going to be crazy. We have the one and only RZA in the building. One love and God bless. And on that note, SHAOLIN in the building. And we out of here. WU-TANG Clan ain't nothing to F with. Anybody want to shout out before we get out of here?
Nah, I just want to shout you out. Keep doing what you're doing, yo, and bong bong. Thank you.
All right, one love. God bless and peace. All right. We here. You know what I'm saying? We back. First off, what did y'all think about the RZA interview? You know what I'm saying? What did y'all think about that RZA interview? Please let me know in the chat. You know what I'm saying? One love and God bless. I'm trying to make sure my mic is great. You know, I'm always yelling. So if something's wrong, I apologize. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm not the super audio engineer. But here's what I want to do. Before I even say anything, just look. Before you say anything, just look.
I appreciate you too.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. Look, y'all, this is Geek Game Tight, Ultimate Gamer inside the game because it's time to level up. The one and only Queens in the building. Red Infamy.
That was a great intro. You always have the great intro.
You know
so you already know.
Word up. That's how we do it, baby.
You always have the great intro.
So let's get okay. That's my son. If y'all heard something, that's my son like stretching in the back. So anyway, y'all see it. Like we got Storm on the screen. We got a lot to talk about.
A lot.
So off camera, I want to give a shout out to the team behind everything that's making things run here. But they want to know before we talk about anything else. They want to know what you think about Storm in the world of MCU and stuff like that, and going forward in the movies and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because I know you always talk about the underrepresentation. So break that down. First of all, let them know who you are and why you're qualified. You know, to talk about this, and then break that down.
So yeah, like hip hop did a phenomenal intro. Love you. Yeah, so I'm Red Infamy. I've been a gamer since I was 3. I've been into comics since I was like around 7, I would say. And just watching X-Men on Channel 5, which was Fox, I got to see a black female be a superhero. And I never experienced that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other little girls or black little girls would be like, wow. So I was like fascinated. I got my Storm t-shirt. I really can't see it right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, just wanted to learn more about her and seeing a black female as a superhero. So as far as tying that into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, Storm is pretty much the Wonder Woman to DC. Storm is the iconic woman in Marvel, and she does not get marketed as so. it took so many years to even get merchandise of Storm. She's one of the most powerful mutants in Marvel. She's Omega. Like they don't always mention Omega all the time throughout the comics, but so many events through series of different comic series, and she of course has her own. Has solidified her as that. She's just been so iconic. She was once the leader of the X-Men when Cyclops stepped down. Like she was the leader of the Morlocks when she overtook them. The Underground, that's when you got to see the Mohawk Storm.
That's where that comes from. Okay, Ben, let's go.
That's when she was underground with the Morlocks. She fought their leader and became the leader. Because they had like kidnapped Angel or whatever from X-Men. So there's so much. Now, as far as her tying into Black Panther, Black Panther's origins actually in the comics, because it got written totally later, it got changed.
Yeah.
But in the origins of Black Panther, he was actually saved by Storm when they were children. They were like around 10, 12 years old. So that's how she actually discovered her powers, because she didn't know she had powers. And how that happened was, Storm's mother was like from this priestess family, and her father was a photojournalist from the States. So her mother's from Kenya, and then her father's from the States, as a Black man from the States. So they would travel around because of his job, and she's from Harlem. Storm is actually from Harlem, New York.
Oh, we're Harlem in the building, no doubt.
Yeah, Storm is actually from Harlem, New York, and but after a tragic event, like a plane crashed on their house, and that's how her parents died, but she survived. And during that time, she was an orphan. She had to fend for herself, and she was taken in by these thieves, and they taught her how to steal from people and get all these expensive jewels and things of that nature. That's actually how she came across Professor X. She tried to rob from him. But the story as far as T'Challa, it was these racist thugs, these racist white people was trying to attack T'Challa and was trying to kill him, was trying to get him or kidnap him, because he would go out and about as well, and like don't want to be known, of course, that he's a ruler at a young age, before his father got killed, the original Black Panther. But she saved his life. Now the story changed with, I think, Eric Jerome Dickey, I think that's his name. He's a famed Black author that's written a lot of books for Black women as far as the audience. So they wanted to kind of get more Black women involved with Storm, fandom wise. So they created the whole story of the love story of Storm and T'Challa as far as how they came about. And they switched it around and said that he saved her instead of, I like the original story of Storm actually saving Black Panther. So to see her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're actually supposed to be rebooting the whole X-Men.
Oh, okay. So well, I'm sorry, I got to cut you off because people talking.
Oh,
so a lot of people on this chat right now, shout out, you know what I'm saying, Comic-Con in the building, let's go. A lot of people are saying that they want to see Storm in Black Panther 2.
That's fine.
But they said they want to see Storm in Black Panther 2. Now, my question to you is,
she can.
If they do put Storm in Black Panther 2, if you was on the team, like helping the director or writing or whatever it is, how should Storm be properly represented in Black Panther 2? Like, what would you do? Like, if you want to
I would show more of the origin story of T'Challa, because they didn't really show that much in the first Black Panther.
Okay.
So show more of his childhood, show how he actually became the ruler now, as far as like Black Panther is like the title or whatever. Like, so to see how that was intertwined her, and since they're rebooting X-Men, that can be her origin story entwined with his as well. And then they need to make a Storm movie. She has so much story and so many different comics she was in, so many different story arcs she was in, even with the Asgardians as well too. She became an Asgardian to help them out.
That's crazy.
Like, so she trained, forgot who she trained. I think not Silver Surfer, but I forgot who she trained as well. She trained him in space. I forgot the Ice Mutant.
Yeah,
I'm getting a brain. I'm getting a brain fart. But she's so pivotal, and that I feel like let's say if I was on board, I would say to put her origin story a little bit, and then they can kind of elaborate when they make her movie. But show the teenage years of Black Panther and how he came about to even be Black Panther, because that wasn't really shown in the first Black Panther story. We didn't really get to see him introduced until you had that Avengers movie. So that's what we really want to see. So entwining him with Captain America, but he was first introduced with Fantastic Four. So Marvel Cinematic Universe is totally different than what they try to do with the comics. So there's more room for freedom on different things, but I think that's how they should introduce, is showing them as youngsters and her saving him.
Yo, a lot of people agreeing with you. Like, it's time for them to get, into MCU. Those X-Men movies weren't getting better.
No.
So people agree with you.
No. And they have to pick the proper Storm. I want to shout out my god brother. He put me on because I didn't even know. So shouts out to In Sky's World. Kiki Lane. So Kiki Lane, she was in If Bill Street Can Talk, and also she's in the new Netflix, which is The Order, I believe is it.
The Order, yeah. So that's the one you want to be.
That's based off of a comic book movie. A comic book. So it's a comic book movie on Netflix, but she pretty much threw it out there that she wants to be Storm. I think the previous Storms, I'm sorry, were light-skinned Black women. Storm is a brown-skinned to dark-skinned Black woman. And I think that is very important, because a lot of things that we see as topics of colorism and things of that nature, there needs to be more brown and dark-skinned representation of women. They also mentioned, I think her name is Michelle. She's a comedian, but she was her show was Chewing Bubblegum, I think. She's an African British actress and comedian. She has a lot of different works. A lot of fans were saying she should play as Storm, but Storm has so much rich story, and it's not fair that she doesn't get her dues, even from Marvel themselves, to put her at the forefront. I was very upset when they announced a Black Widow movie. I was like, there should have been a Storm movie or something. If it was X-Men, Storm-driven X-Men, just like how you have Wolverine and everything of that nature. Yeah. Some type of Storm origin movie, just like how they made a Wolverine origin movie. Yeah. So, because she's a leader as well.
So a couple more questions. One question in particular is from a gaming standpoint, right? Man. From a gaming standpoint, we have games that are Wolverine games, like just straight Wolverine by himself. You know what I mean? We got Spider-Man games that's just straight Spider-Man himself.
Yeah.
Like, if they make a Storm video game, what developer you trust to make that game?
Oh, I mean, it'll be between Sucker Punch and it'll be between, of course, Insomniac Games. Now, I mentioned Sucker Punch because they already have the whole, Infamous. Infamous had the electricity and things of that nature. And if not Sucker Punch, then Insomniac, because what they did with Spider-Man was crazy.
Yes.
And as far as her being a mutant that is able to fly and manipulate energy as an Omega, mutant, I think they can do so much story-wise, because Insomniac Games is really great with story. We see Sucker Punch, they probably could come together as one and make something. So I think that would be really dope, as far as even to make a Black Panther Storm, let's say, video game would be fire.
Put something what y'all think? In the chat, what y'all think? Should they make a Storm game, or have a Storm featuring, Black Panther, whatever it is, that right there would be crazy. So I know we gotta wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wrap it up. So for the last question, regarding the world of Storm, this is something that, because you know a lot more than I do, but who do you think, what would make a good battle? Like who would be the person? Because one of the people that I like Dark Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? I like that because I remember she was destroying everything.
Oh,
She
God.
was so strong.
Oh, Storm could go up against her.
For her, so
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So
Storm could go
who,
up against her.
like everybody in the chat too. All right, so the question to you, but the question is also everybody in the chat. Who do y'all think should be Storm's ultimate villain, the most challenging villain she would battle? Like,
I mean,
what would be an epic battle that's like that? Wow, I don't know if she'll win or not or whatever. I don't know. Talk to me.
I mean, X-Men, when she went up against Deluge, who like manipulated her and her powers. So he's a mutant that is an energy manipulator. That's his powers, and he actually took over Storm. Now if they was able to like make it like that boss, like that would be a dope boss fight that she didn't get like manipulated. That actually messed with her a while. And another event messed with her too when she got her powers actually taken from her.
What? Oh,
yeah, her
wow.
powers actually taken. But like,
Crazy.
I mean, as far as any other mutants, they would have to be on her level for sure. I would say like another energy manipulator like Storm, because a lot of people think that Storm is just weather control. No, like,
but see, that's what I thought that was. Me, look, growing up, that's all I thought because that's what I saw, and her name is Storm.
Yeah, but no, she goes beyond, and like they can do so much like cinematics, and like the director would have to be on point with her for sure, because what they did with X-Men with Fox Studios was just not any, like they didn't pay any homage to her at all. Like it was crazy.
So here's what I would say. So look, man, this is Red Infamy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Red Infamy, baby. You know what I mean? So look, I love you. I'm gonna let you go. Hey, listen, if y'all hear something knocking, like that's my dog. This is Comic-Con at home, so stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, so sorry if you heard that, but that just lets you know everything is real, and that's how we keep it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it's time to level up. You already know what it is. So look, one love and God bless. I got a few more rounds to play. You know what I mean? Because I got to keep my victory streak going on. So we about to go to SHAOLIN versus WU-TANG. I'm gonna play a few more games, and then other than that, we out of here. Red Infamy, let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me Red Infamy across the board, geekgametight.com, which that website, as far as something that I found, it was to represent geeks from Black and brown communities to make sure that we're at the forefront and represented. 1:37 p.m.'s Good Game, where we discuss esports. And yeah, everything Red Infamy. And of course, Inside the Game with the Ultimate Gamer. That's where you can find me at. So yeah.
All right, on that note, and we out of here. I'm going to see y'all in a second for the final battle in SHAOLIN versus WU-TANG. Shout out to Rennie. Shout out to May Mercy. Shout out to Twickerton. All y'all. Gregor. Dr. Dog in the building. Much love to y'all. So let's get back to this final battle, and I'll see y'all in a second. Oh, this is crazy. All right. Yeah, you can go around. Alright, we back. So now we're gonna wrap up this last match. Let's go. Let me know if everything look good and sound good. And we wrapping up the last match right now.
One, fight. Perfect ball.
Let's go. Come on, B. Come on. Like, they trying to get at me right now. Hold on. Come on, man. This is Bolo right here. This is Bloodsport Bolo. Let's go. Come on, Bruce Lee. Let's go. Come on. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even see that one before. Ooh. Fire, baby. Fire. That's what I'm talking about.
Round 2, fight.
Yo, who y'all think will win, Bruce Lee or Lord from Tekken? Yo, this dude, like, His knee strikes is crazy. Come on, man. This ain't even right now, B. Come on. Let's go. I'm in the zone right now. All right, cool. Yo, this game is fire, baby. This game is fire. Yeah, this is SHAOLIN versus WU-TANG. Yo, shout out to Mortal. So look, this is what I want to do. Cause obviously I gotta get ready to wrap everything up. But this is what I want to do. For this final. I know I said final battle before. We're gonna do the final battle right now. Final battle right now. I want to play one match on the hardest level. Alright? So let's go. Alright, we're gonna play the last match on the hardest level. And that's it. Then we're gonna wrap it up. Y'all see me use Bruce Lee a lot, so I'm gonna change it up and get my boy IP Man, or Eat Man. Hey Marcus, that's my son Marcus right here. All right, Marcus, I'm still working though, and like I'll get with you in a second. Okay, love you. All right, let's go. Final match, y'all. Let's go.
Round 1. Fight.
Woo!
出腿
Yo, I'm telling you, his Wing Chun is crazy. Look at this. Wow. Now I'm playing on the hardest level right now, y'all. Woo! This is tough.
Two腿
Woo! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Yo, this is unbelievable! This game is crazy, yo. Alright, last round, baby. Last round, because I'm going to get this victory. Come on. Y'all nice in this game, B. That was kind of disrespectful right there. And we out of here. On that note, we out of here. So look, one love and God bless. You guys have been great. Comic-Con 2020. Shout out to Nappy Boy Gaming, T-Pain. That's the family right there. You know what I'm talking about. NBA 2K League. We out here, man. It's the one and only HipHopGamer, Logitech G, on your hot 9-7 every day. That's my word. One love and God bless y'all. Enjoy y'all Comic-Con at home.